What's up, 2K community? This is the 2K MC, and today's a big...
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. You've got Hachimura. Russell Westbrook out there with Oladipo. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Thompson in at the 5. And for the Nuggets, Vucevic is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Clark in at the 4. Now here's Westbrook. Passes it to Oladipo. Lock at 6. Thompson against Adebayo. The shot by Thompson, no good. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. And Bam Adebayo, he just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Now here's Millsap after the miss from Vucevic. Right side Westbrook. Oladipo outside. And again, Washington no good.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Tucker can't get it to go. The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the inside. Here's Westbrook. The Wizards with another miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision, has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington, and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. Take a look at the Wizards. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And you know, for the Wizards, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Millsap with the steal. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic.
Defense is right where it should be, but Oladipo is more than up to the challenge, showing off that strong jump shot of his.
There's the pass to Adebayo. Rebound, Washington.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. Tries it from 19. And Vucevic pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now Westbrook. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. outside. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, the hustle from Oladipo, you love that. I mean, he's really good at...
And so it's Denver, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving a very...
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got P.J. Tucker. Bam Adebayo is out there with Clark, and it's Vucevic, and it's Iguodala in at the 1.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
He kicks it to Tucker, fires the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
For 3, Westbrook. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Out to the wing. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Westbrook missing again.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Here's Vucevic, stolen by Westbrook. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Pass to Westbrook. 1:56 left in the first half of the game. Count it.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Clark. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Now, here's Tucker. Iguodala outside from deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Adebayo.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Inside, Vucevic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Vucevic has got his first points in this one. Oladipo, the pass to Westbrook. From deep, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Clark kicks to Iguodala. Dishes it to Vucevic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Vucevic has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Superb body control by Vucevic. Bouncing off the defense and burying the shot.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hachimura. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny. And that's a...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Washington trailing. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Tristan Thompson is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Oladipo in at the 2-guard position. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tucker's got 6 points.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
They get it back.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Westbrook drives in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Andre Iguodala. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Here's Clark. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. First trip to the line for him here.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Westbrook. And another miss by Washington.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Over to the wing. Iguodala outside. Puts up a 3. Washington with the rebound.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
For 3, Westbrook traps in the tray. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Vucevic gets double teamed. It's stolen by Oladipo. He tries for 3. No good there. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Millsap dishes to Westbrook. The tray bangs home the trifecta. Westbrook's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Washington. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
He hits the second from the line. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 2. for the tie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic serving him well in getting back.
Vucevic finds Clark. To the paint. Shoots from 8. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
And here's Westbrook. 15 points in the game. Back to Oladipo for the lead. The shot, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Vucevic. Clark is out there with Adebayo. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Iguodala in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Westbrook surveying the D. A shot that time, not on target. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Clark. No good that time. And it's Washington the other way. Passes to Hachimura. Out to the right wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. And that'll tie this game up.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Westbrook against Iguodala. Stolen by Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And the all-around game Iguodala possesses makes him unique, does whatever is asked of him on the floor.
The shot, no good. Six on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instinct. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Iguodala, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Vucevic gets double teamed. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package. Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Iguodala against Westbrook. It's stolen by Oladipo. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Count it, and the foul. They get Andre Iguodala.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring. And He doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
To the middle, Westbrook with the steal. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's blocked. Tucker with the ball. Now the pass to Adebayo. The dish to Iguodala. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Denver passing it around. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Vucevic down low. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And it's real easy to see why they turn to Vucevic when the game is close. I mean, he knows how to step up in the clutch.
And Scott Brooks wants a timeout. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And regulation now complete. We will go to... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Iguodala out there with Vucevic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Clark in at power forward. Here's Hachimura. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge.
To the inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Russell Westbrook. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Here's Westbrook, and the rejection by Iguodala. And Tucker has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
And while Tucker is not a guy who always looks for his own shot, he has improved his jumper.
Here's Westbrook. Thompson passes to Hachimura. Here's Thompson. Kicks to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Pass to Oladipo. For the 3. Money! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Outstanding concentration from the versatile scoring guard, Victor Oladipo. Big in a big spot.
Denver calls timeout. On the wing, it's Iguodala. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Vucevic. He feeds it to Clark. Good!
And the first thing I thought of, confident from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 2. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Nuggets on D. The lead is 2. Westbrook, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And he is unable to get the second one.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
The pass to Hachimura. Oladipo with the ball from deep. And again, Washington no good. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, he was the 16th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, and Vucevic became an All-Star for the first time in 2019. Took him a while, but he got there.
So the Nuggets win it. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they